to these, Nigerians that got busted in Texas. They got all these guys' names, their nicknames, their ages, man. And I want to show y'all this article because it's the lamestream media. I don't think they're talking about this. I haven't really seen it on any mainstream site because it does make a lot of women look bad. It really does. This according to the Guardian.ng. 11 Nigerians indicted in the U.S. for romance and wire fraud. Well, there's actually more, but this is one of the articles here. So 11 Nigerians have been indicted by the United States authorities for defrauding elderly Americans in romance scams. 11 persons were arrested Wednesday morning operation and have been charged with a number of financial crimes, including conspiracy to commit wire fraud and conspiracy to launder monetary instruments. They were among 35 persons arrested for fraud by the Federal Bureau of Investigation who allegedly carried out scams worth $17 million. I mean, you have to be one lonely heifer if these guys are able to get that amount of money out of you. That to me, that's sad, man. And I'm trying to figure out how these women got money, first off. But a lot of times these older women do have money, either from, being, a widow. Maybe their husband left them money. Maybe they come from money. Maybe they're retirees that have saved, and these guys are finessing for $17 million. The majority of defendants charged in this investigation have ties to a transnational organized crime syndicate originating in Nigeria, law enforcement revealed Friday. The United States Department of Justice said in a statement. Those arrests and charge are, and I'm just gonna say, these names. Okay, let's see. One, the top person here, David, 38. Another guy, Michael Moses, 40. Fatara Musa is 51. Okaro is 31.
Loneliness makes the heart and purse grow fonder.
Must be, man. Must be. Let's see. Appreciate it, though. We got Orgy. Or Jaye. We got Emmanuel Stanley, who's 35. Frederick, who's we got some family members here. Look at the last names. All of them have the same last names. Frederick is 37. He's from Dallas. They don't say where these other ones are from, but he's from Dallas. You got, you got this guy who's 36. He's from Lubbock, Texas. You got Victor, who's 36 from Los Angeles. We got Afez, who's 37. And we got Ambrose Sunday, who's 47. That's all the names they have here. Let's see. According to court documents, these defendants allegedly preyed on elderly victims, many of whom were widowed or divorced, and they assumed fake names and troll dating sites like Match.com, Christian Mingle, JSwipe, and Plenty of Fish searching for targets. If y'all don't know, JSwipe is a Jewish dating site, and they must have really hit a lick there because they took down everybody that was associated. Some of those people probably knew, but probably wasn't even involved. Once they had ingratiated themselves with their victims, they allegedly concocted sob stories about why they needed money, i.e. taxes, to release an inheritance, which I don't know why. If you are a experienced human being, you should know that is a fraud. Essential overseas travel, crippling debt, and then siphon money from the victims' accounts, tens of thousands of dollars at a time. Crimes like these are especially despicable because they rely on not only on victims' lack of internet savvy, but also their isolation, their loneliness, and sometimes their grief. As the victims open their hearts, the perpetrators open their wallets. Acting U.S. Attorney Prerak Shah, that's how you say it, said in a press conference announcing the charges, the only mistake these victims make is being generous to the wrong people. They're generous to the wrong people because they think they're going to get something out of it, unfortunately. These people are not dumb. They're just very naive. if you're not internet savvy, what are you doing on a dating website? You know why they're on a dating website? Because they have no friends. Their family don't really talk to them like that. So they really don't have anybody. They're lonely. They have nobody they can communicate with on the daily. These are people who are known, who when they were young didn't have the internet like that. They didn't have social media. It was easy for them to meet people. You know, you got to go to the internet. Is that where what it's come to? If convicted, the defendants face up to 20 years in federal prison on wire fraud, conspiracy counts, and up to 10 years in federal prison on money laundering, conspiracy counts. The FBI estimates that more than 20,000 Americans have lost more than $600 million in romance scams in 2020 alone. Because y'all know people were sitting at home during 2020. They weren't at work. So because they weren't around other human beings, they turned to the internet. They had to work from home. The older women are on there more than anybody. But the fact that they were able to get 600 million in 2020 alone, y'all was that lonely? Man, this is a cold world, man. Winter definitely coming. It's coming for you elderly heifers who can't get a man the natural way. It seems like winter is definitely coming for you. Let me say this. I don't like thieves. I hate thieves. I don't respect people who steal from other people. I really don't. But if you are a person who brag about how experienced you are in life and how much insight and knowledge you have on everything, how can you get finessed like this? I can understand a 20-year-old or a 22-year-old getting, finessed. But you got people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s who are getting finessed like this. You supposed to know better. And I'm not blaming the victims. What I'm saying is they should not be able to get over $600 million in 2020 alone. That should not be happening. How is that happening? You cannot be that lonely. But a lot of them are. A lot of them are. And this is the future of a lot of you younger women. This is your future. You're going to be a lonely female who's nothing more than a babysitter to your daughter or son's children, probably your daughter's children. And you're not going to have no social life like that anymore. You're not going to have a husband. You're not even going to have a boyfriend. You're not going to have nobody. You're not going to have nobody. This is your future. Y'all play around if you want to. Let me tell you something right now. Y'all play around if you want to and think that you have all the time in the world to get things together. You're going to be just like the rest of these women who are sitting on dating websites, trying to meet a significant other. To me, I think a lot of these people are just looking for somebody to screw. Even older people still have high sex drives. They do. Especially from what I understand through research, they say a lot of older women have the drive to do it a lot more than older men. That's how they're getting finessed so easily. All you got to do is send her some photos, put photos up, put up a certain profile that appeals to them, and then you get to messaging them. It shouldn't be that easy. I have a cousin that was really handsome and back in about 15 years ago would scam and steal from lonely women on a regular. Wow. Yeah, man, that goes on. Because once again, people, you have women from the baby boomer generation, Gen X. They're all still looking for an attractive man who's tall, in shape. It might be a singer, might be an ex-athlete. They're all looking for those types of guys, no matter what their age is. And this is how they're getting finessed. They are thinking about the wrong thing, and they're getting caught up, man. And you wonder why the younger generation wants to take zero advice from the older generation. I mean, what from what for what? How to get finessed? How to be lonely? How to alienate and drive away people to where I have no friends? You know, you're 50, you're 55 and dead in relationships. I'm telling y'all, man, a lot of you older women, your future gonna be very lonely. Because you already gonna be in an age range where even the men in your age group don't want you. So what are you gonna do then? Men ain't approaching women like that no more. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna run to the internet. You're gonna run to social media. You're gonna run to Instagram talking about how you still got it. That's gonna be your future. You're gonna be that aging woman still going to clubs. You're gonna be that aging woman on social media trying to outdo your daughter. Yeah, I see you have you on here trying to outdo your daughter, posting photos with your daughter. Stop doing that, because it shows that you're desperate to hang on to any type of I won't say beauty, but to hang on as much as possible when you need to let the streets go. Some of these females will never retire from the streets because you played around for so long that you missed any opportunity to marry a decent guy because you wanted to be in the streets. You wanted to be in the streets. You chose that over a good man. And a lot of those women are regretful of that. I think they are. Because they thought they knew what they wanted. They got into all these bad relationships with dysfunctional men instead of turning the corner and doing something different. You just stayed the course until you were alone and nobody was hitting you up. Until you're at a point to where nobody wants you, nobody's checking for you. And that day is going to come unless you change your mindset. You're going to be just like these women getting finessed by men who could probably barely speak English. But they know how to message you. They know how to make you feel good. And they know how to make you feel sorry for them. Then who are you going to blame?